yawning. I swear a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Disco Elysium. So, there's a body in a tree. It's a big problem. The fact that there's like a corpse hanging from a tree and has been there for over a week now. Yeah, it's over a week. And we need this guy and his questionable views to get it down for us.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Don't bother me with your shit. I'm not interested. Just get. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
I see.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
I see. There's more to it. What have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
Ooh.
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
God damn it.
Interesting.
Lieutenant makes a quick note. I assume that's the Oddso. The lady driver. Actually, isn't Everest, like, someone you shouldn't look up to?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this.
Uh-huh.
The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you. But if you're all about, like, prime physical specimens and all that, and Everett's health issues have gotten to the point where he can't really get up from his chair, why do you work for him?
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yeah, but you still serve him. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Claire is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront International Capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did.
But you still serve him.
Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
Individualism is my jam.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
It's true. I am a rock and roll star and a rebel. All of the above.
Rock and roll is moribund. Only Koikos listen to it anymore. There is no life left in it. My people abandoned it long ago. It leads only to neurodegenerative herpes and heroin overdoses.
Uh-huh.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Semines race.
Wonderful. We're done with this line of inquiry because I've heard you talk about races too much.
Measurehead stoically looks to the distance in silence.
Tim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
How'd you know it'll be a next racist?
There always is.
There always is, yeah.
Race is reality.
He nods approvingly. Alright, get the body down from the tree.
So it was. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess
Yes.
to reach my superior. Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
Good, then you should immediately get something to eat afterwards and contract a horrible disease.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
God.
There's a but.
There's a but.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
What, your groupies can't do it?
That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
Well, Lieutenant, what if I don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Alright, if it just makes you go away, fine.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
Anything to get you to stop talking. Off you go. Shoo. Put a shirt on, you weirdo. It's cold out here, it's spring.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So you ladies don't really have a lot going on, do you?
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Apparently so.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
Well, I don't have a gun, and no memory either. Hello.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, the tree.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I've seen enough of that dead body already.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdog! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
Uh-huh.
Spoken by a mercenary, pretending to be a worker.
The irony, yes. I'll work with whoever I want. Fuck off.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then
Oh, I bet he's loving this.
the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Not even noticing he's there. I nearly knocked that guy out. I nearly knocked him out. It was really cool when I nearly did it.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
No.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
Ugh. Can I come past you though? Because like there's a box over there and I want the stuff in it. Come on man, just let me through.
The unpromising Ray's pupil return.
I want the box. Sure, we'll get it later. Alright, well that's good. Done that. That's great. I should equip my tear bag just in case. You never know. There's always a possibility for tear, and I love tear. Get that. I have no bottles in there at the moment. How much money do I have? Oh, a lot. Yeah, I have a lot of money because I took the bribe. Yes, the bribe. I remember the bribe. Now I've taken a bribe from both sides and they're on equal footing. Manana, what do you have to say?
So, how'd you like our harbor?
Fucking sucks.
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Was nice enough, I suppose.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He notes solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
So do you know who killed the guy?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
He shakes his head solemnly. The harbor is a prime area of suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing?
What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
And pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
So what does that mean in this context?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Makes sense.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
I don't think he did it.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
Yeah.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
It could be your search if I deputize you, fool. I don't want the key to the door. I'm not doing that. I'm going to attempt to get by without that. I'm not going to resort to doing intimidation work. It's fucking bullshit. Oh boy. Well, he messed up that tree. Yes, he did. I assume we're going to do a field autopsy, so I've equipped myself in a way in which I feel will best improve my chances of doing whatever the fuck I would need to do with such a thing. Kim, let's get to work. Let's see what we can do.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Beautiful.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
A field autopsy, you say?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Which is probably the worst part. Hey, I'm nearly got another skill point. Goody good.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
The thing I forgot, then remembered, and then probably will forget again by tomorrow morning.
The fuck are they on about?
Your mum.
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Also that. Don't we have someone else to cut his shit open?
It's not about cutting. And no, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work.
Honorary rank of detective?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able, usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is lieutenant detective.
Yeah, well, you know what? You know what? I am a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now...
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Ah boy, here we go. What exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Yes, but I have no memory. You know this to be true.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit. And the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Why don't you know? What use are you?
You must have me confused with the Copperpedia.
Well, who's that? I think I need to talk to him.
You, sir. You are the Copperpedia.
Shit. Okay, well, I'm gonna clap my gloved hands. I'm all prepared. Let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
I don't know. What do you mean?
I mean when I need you to. Until then, I should handle physical contact, and you should take notes.
We should fill this thingy in, right? The autopsy form in my really cool ledger.
That's right.
And I leveled up. I should wait, because if there's a check involved with this... Or, I could try and get the apricot chewing gum scented one. I'm gonna wait, because if there's a check, I want to see if I can pass it. Okay, let's do this.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Damn right I do. Okay. Field autopsy. Well, let's talk to the dead guy first.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
I've got nothing.
Come back later, Corporal.
Open the ledger.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts.
Simple.
Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Let's pause. Begin. 1. Assistant.
That's you.
Right, Harry Dubois.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says...
Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
God, I hope you don't expect me to remember that.
That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
But we know my initials is HDB. Write it down.
Next.
Name.
We've heard the nom de guerre. Lely. It's better than nothing. Write it down.
Right, Lely nom de guerre.
What's next? Date of birth?
Date of birth.
NA.
NA. Age.
Roughly 50.
Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
Ah. I'm gonna write 42.
He nods.
Race?
Mondial.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Okay, sex.
Fucky!
Yeah, that's what that is.
Male.
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Right, fucky, alright, pig's gonna have sex. No, male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
It's a proper form, we gotta properly fill it out properly. Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Okay.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
Okay.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
Except for rocks and bullets.
A strange word. Treatment.
Treatment. What exactly is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
I mean, that has happened.
Don't overdo it. It's okay to be unsure.
I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
He places his hand on the dead man's chest as if in preparation.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then,
So like when you do the cross on people's faces.
somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbat puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
So tough times all round.
Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else.
Uh-huh.
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
God damn.
We should start the post-mortem.
Okay, turn the page. Sorry, I was just having a very morbid thought process.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Let's start with number 1. External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
Does that really matter? He turns the body onto its back to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
It's happening!
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
Okay.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
I bet she was. Write it down.
The boots are ceramic. Vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Got it.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Okay.
Tattoos.
Yes, he stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white.
Okay.
The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Write it down.
The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Write that shit down.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing.
Writing that shit down.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
I guess I'll touch their hair.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
Gross. Write it down.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
Fucking max velocity.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
Unbelievable.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Write down but amend for high velocity. Well, what is low velocity versus high velocity? How do we judge such things?
Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
Good thing I have bolt cutters.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Gross. Good thing we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
He points to the rope squeezing the dead man's neck.
we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
Oh yes, ask the drunk for precision. You got it.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
58% chance. Look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
That doesn't sound helpful.
The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now. Like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
Yes, interfacing gave instructions. Come on, surely.
After
Yeah.
some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
Press down.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Nailed it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
The lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his finger along the dark red groove until there's a gap.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
I see.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Write it down.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
He pulls down the man's underpants.
No, it's gonna happen, see.
It's happening!
I fucking knew it!
Damn.
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Cool, write it down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Okay.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
Okay.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
So the scarring is extensive, way more than the law officials.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars.
Write it down.
Last item. Hands.
He takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, then moves on to the other hand. I'll pick up the hand.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Well, yeah, it's pretty cold out here.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
What the?
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Kobo. What can I do you for, Il Corvo di Cappadocia?
Funny thing is, Cappadocia probably doesn't exist in this world. Nothing. I got nothing.
Nothing does. This was pleasurable. I sincerely thank you for touching my hand.
I need to stop imagining this guy talking.
We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Stay the fuck away from me.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Understandable, write it down. Why don't you wear a mask or something?
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
He turns to the side to breathe. It's not enough. He buries his face in the sleeve of his jacket. You hear a muffled voice. Now it's internal, so it's only going to get worse, I'm afraid.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Fucking do I?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add the moral of this story.
What would that be?
He looks at you inquisitively.
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood supply.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
The lieutenant grins. Alright, NA.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it. Gently, a rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Fantastic.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
That's not how that works.
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Write it down.
Respiratory system.
Back hunched, as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
This is an extensive fucking autopsy.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid, ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands.
Let's have a look.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again. Straight in that mouth of his.
Let's not tempt fate. Write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
What, don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
He looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust. I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it.
Okay, write it.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Write NA and add toxicology requested.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Good.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground, the pool of feces there.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Write it down. Omit the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries. Summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
So what about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
He looks incredulous. Okay, I have inflicted.
Okay, so there's a spin-stabilized munition from a Kiel A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung.
Damn, that's a good shot.
I don't think we should mention that. Better not to muddy the waters.
But isn't that sloppy?
Be pedantic if you like, it doesn't matter. No one else is going to investigate this man's murder. And if they do, such details would only confuse them.
Right.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
The boy nods approvingly. He loves it.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
God damn.
Now, injuries.
So what's the 4th injury field for?
Nothing. just in case.
Okay, bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
I'll write that down.
And your opinion, officer?
Beneath the description, there are 2 boxes waiting to be ticked. Well, I'm pretty sure that's non-fatal post-mortem, yes?
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
That's one way to put it.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
The most velocity.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath the description of injury, 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next,
Ligature mark.
a dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact.
Uh-huh.
I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Write it down.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
This would be, in fact, the fatal injury.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start.
We've done something.
Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
Fantastic. How did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
I would say so.
We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough.
Yeah.
The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I would not hold my breath.
Of course. What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Because we are professionals. What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Here's a copy.
For processing.
He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again.
He's thinking, did I miss something?
Did you miss something?
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Oh, the fact that we established probable cause. Can I upgrade perception? I could. I don't know how much it would do, though. It'd only go up to 4. Fuck it. Probably should have just done it twice. Oh.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough. You pull down his breeches. Marbling is present around the crotch. The penis has shrunk, falling halfway back inside him. There is nothing mysterious or noteworthy here.
Goddamn.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Goddamn.
Do you think we missed something?
Maybe.
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
I've got a gut feeling that there's more to this corpse.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
So where can we find a fridge for it?
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
Wait, an absolutely colossal fridge, still plugged in, literally in the shape of an ice bear.
Yes. Now, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge, but I think we should still take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over.
I agree.
Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Get out of my way, stupid kids. I did a big smart by finding that stupid bear. Apparently. Fortunately, it's not far away. This was the thing I turned off.
This orange machine is dead. You slip your fingers under. No. If you want to try again.
Equip the pry bar.
Whatever. I just wanted to have a look at it, jeez.
This orange machine is dead still.
Heroic.
It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer.
What if I put my tank top back on? I bet that'll do it.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice...
It's practically impossible. I'll try again tomorrow, maybe it will have thawed more. Here's the bear! The bear!
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
So what do you think of this fridge, Kim? It looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
Yeah.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can.
Yeah.
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
That's probably going to be relevant information in the future.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
We got it.
The 2 of you. Easily.
Easily. Okay, let's do this. I didn't click it.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the bed.
That is the loudest noise I've ever heard.
To stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Admire.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
Agreed.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Even some pagan rites. Yes, we need to celebrate by performing pagan rites. Let's bring out the mead and set it on fire.
I knew you would say that. I knew this would lead to drinking. No, no more. This is paganistic enough, and it does not leave this room.
We did our best with the means at our disposal.
Did we, though? Okay, maybe we did. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Yes.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Well, I've got multiple attempts at this, so let's give it a try. Bollocks.
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
Right.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
It's true. And also, I have another point, so, yeah. God, I hope I actually succeed at this. If I sink 1,000,000 points into this and fuck it up, that's gonna feel rather stupid. Although perception will be useful in other instances, so it's not the end of the world.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
One more time. One more time! Fuck.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat.
Oh no.
on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now.
But I had more morale.
You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
Oh no. I'm done. No one even likes cops.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
He says with a sad half smile.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now.
Oh no.
Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while," Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all.
God damn. I accidentally died. Whoops. Fortunately, I do have an autosave. Yeah, we've just done the autopsy, haven't we? And we're now looking for a fridge. Fridge victim's body. Okay. Alright, so, okay. So first of all, heal morale. And, before we go check out the fridge, let's go buy some more brain medicine. Seems like that might be quite useful. Oops. I didn't think that was going to happen. I also thought the game might provide, like, a saving grace, as it were. Where it's like, oh, you fucked up, but you can come back from it.
On the wall
No.
is filled with
Okay, here.
Thank you. I didn't think it would do so much fucking morale damage was what confused me. Really? You think it's good work?
No, not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This story does not leave this room.
We did our best.
Did we though? Okay, maybe we did.
We did.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Very controlled.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Okay, considering how much morale damage this apparently does, might be worth... I've got enough money to buy more brain medicine. We really want to take as many tries at this as we can.
Your
Hot
arms
damn!
reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Roll up his nostrils?
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Push your fingers in his nose.
Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage.
Uh-huh.
The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out, spider.
Well, we had to check. Put your fingers in his mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
A scallop.
You're on the right track.
You're on the right... Well, that's the Inland Empire. That doesn't necessarily mean we are. This seems right.
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, delicate to touch. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close.
Ooh.
Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
What would that mean?
An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Abrasion collar?
Abrasion collar.
There's a pen in his hand. His notebook is open at the copy page. Touch it with your finger gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put your finger in. Oh, this is gross.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Being thorough. Brainstem?
Yes, That's what this part is called.
Right.
You've seen the drawings. You've studied them.
Okay, feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex.
So was he shot? Push deeper.
Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
Right.
The ululations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Gotta be a bullet.
All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
Oh god. Wriggle in?
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger.
I guess I'm a really good forensics guy.
Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin.
I could put a point into interfacing to improve my chances. Gonna. Feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
Inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack. A protrusion in the cranium. Right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it. From the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull. In the encephalus. Knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
Right.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Please succeed. Oh, come on. It was 92. Nat 1. Double nat 1. Fucking hell.
You push your hand further in. Whatever is in there keeps rolling between your fingers as you beckon it to come out.
Fucking shit.
Out comes his small folding knife.
Oh, what a badass.
The lieutenant moves its blade across the man's skull, searching for the exit wound.
There. Nod toward the protrusion.
Mm-hmm. Withdraw your hand 4 centimeters, please.
Pull your fingers back and nod.
With a crack, he punches the knife in the skull. Then, one more time, and one more, until the bone comes loose, like eggshell. Inside, you feel the jelly move from his poking.
Ugh. The object is still under your finger.
Can you push it out?
Push.
A small flower of metal blossoms from the man's head, followed by your finger.
Ooh.
A bullet.
Ooh.
Unknown calibre. Rifled. You may remove your hand from the victim's head now, officer. Well done.
We did it.
Here's your prize.
He drops a bullet in an evidence bag and puts it in your hand, your other hand, and the one not covered in blood and cerebral cortex.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth.
Yes.
High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Isn't that what we thought last time?
That was then. This time we have extensive tissue destruction away from the wound track. This time we have a bullet.
Goddamn right.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
So it's looking like he was killed and then hanged.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone, it was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Think so?
I did not just come up with this. I've had my doubts since you showed me the tracks, officer. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him? There is no satisfactory explanation.
Indeed.
There have been other signs too. Small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, foolhardily. Well, no more.
No more. Secret task, find the bullet before you get fooled.
We almost fell for it, he thinks. Almost.
Yeah. Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
I think we need to talk to the Hardy Boys again. I think I might need to wash myself.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it.
Finally. Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
I agree.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Oh, it totally could. So what happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
So what should I do?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
Thank you, Kim. I actually feel really smart for having done this.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
I think I know what I'm going to do. We need to talk to Joyce. I'm not going to talk to her about anything pertaining to the case, but I am going to talk to her about the pail, because Kim didn't really want to bother with that. The case stuff, Kim needs to be here. And then maybe give Kuno some cigarettes, I don't know. Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
How'd you like it in the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour.
I knew it.
You're a genius. A regular Corporal Angelo.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do try. Alright, that's enough.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
I don't think so, because you're fucking gone. Let's bag him, Kim. Take him away.
Alright.
He takes out a shiny black body bag and starts pulling the plastic over the dead man's face.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Let's bag it. And now I'm alone. The world is scary when you're alone. The bullet mushroomed out on impact. It now looks more like a fanciful jacket button than something that could pierce skin, flesh, and bone.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
Oh, poor cauliflower. So what do I do with you, bullet?
The squished little thing has no idea.
Damn.
I know. You should find the gun that shot this bullet.
It's my friend. I'm gonna start talking to it. It will keep me company. We need to find the gun that shot it. I bet it's my gun as well, just as a little bit of an ironic twist.
That sounds like something a police detective would do. First, you should learn all you can about this little guy.
Good idea.
Then find the gun that shot it and the person that gun belongs to. He used it to kill your victim. Neato.
I bet I was like super drunk and I shot the guy. I bet that's what happens. The killer was me. So feel it through the bag.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge.
That's good, because that means it's probably not from my gun, but who knows. Let's inspect it closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Let's have a look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
Oh, I would imagine. That's what bullets do.
What's interesting about the bullet thus far?
It's a jacketed bullet close to 5mm in diameter.
A jacketed bullet, which would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle.
Ooh.
Not from a muzzle loader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
I think those mercenaries might have taken him out.
Very interesting. You have an unusual military-grade bullet in your hand. Now all you need is to find a gun that could fire it.
Interesting. Try to determine what type of weapon shot this. Have a similar rifle on hand, aware of the name of the antique rifle you found. Encyclopedia said this came from a breech loader. Oh, damn it.
You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you think you're going to remember arcane firearm models?
So what, hand-eye coordination, okay. Bullet has nothing more to say. I can look at it again later. So, next level goes into hand-eye coordination. For sure. We can't do that right now. How many points? I'm close to another level up. I think I'll save inspecting that again for when Kim comes back. I'd want him to be here for the big reveal. So, next up, let's go talk to Joyce. Seems like a good time to do that. Then maybe chat with Kuno, because Kim's currently not here. Oh, hello, there was something over there. Yep. Nope. Yep. Book is titled Man from Hyomdal and the Wildfire. Ah, Man from Hyomdal. What a guy. Everything's coming together, we're figuring it out. Big progress is being made. Joyce, I'm doing a good job. But I'm not here to talk to you about my job.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I've got some more questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
So now that we're alone, what is Pale?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
I'm very sure. What is the Pale?
Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Okay, so just as if you were talking to a child, what is an isola?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7.
That's quite a lot.
Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
Okay, so what's the Pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
Is it here?
No, Detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
Good.
As your gaze instinctively turns north, a small black pit opens up in your stomach.
6,000 kilometers from the end of the world?
Yes. That is enough. Many cities are built much closer.
And point north there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called Porch Collapse.
Right.
Imagine a grey coronal mist. Cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
She closes her eyes and breathes out heavily. I see. So what are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic.
Yeah.
The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension. Right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. it may be impossible.
How does numbers stop working? So if we're surrounded by pale, how do you get from Isola to Isola?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
Her lungs deflate, her words sound like a sigh.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
Huh.
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path.
I want a Disco Elysium game where you try to explore the Pale. That'd be fucking interesting. Or not literally Disco Elysium, but set in this world, you know what I mean.
But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost. Or having our minds damaged.
The Pale can damage the mind?
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter.
Could this be the responsible for my brain damage?
They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
Right.
Who says and who argues?
So who says and who argues?
The logical positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue.
Right. So what does this over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
Goddamn.
It's more for her. Way more.
You're not a civilian passenger.
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia.
Huh.
I am a member of the Entropanetic Business Class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
I bet that's fun.
Perhaps that explains her strange pining after the revolution. Some degraded early memories.
Perhaps.
Someone else you've met may have been exposed as well. The strange grey-haired woman in her lorry.
That would make sense. She was obsessed with the past. Do lorry drivers pass the Pale?
Yes. Carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
Hopefully.
You should ask the Pale driver about this. See what she says.
Yeah.
That poor woman must have stories to tell, like you wouldn't imagine.
I'm sure. Are you over-radiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
Oh. So what is entropanetic?
Entropanetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of Grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
Okay.
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian Super Isola. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then, surrounding them.
Did they cross it?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
So what does it change? What has entropanetics changed then?
Nothing.
Oh.
We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic?
Hybrid airships, detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale.
So motion stops being a thing?
In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
We literally catapult them, and if we don't?
Then they don't.
Then they don't.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
Whoops. How much Pale is there compared to the world?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1.
Oh.
There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how? I assume to our detriment, isn't it?
What do you think, detective?
This feels more optimistic because it's not actually physical, but more of a case of like, well, we're discovering more and more of the world, so it would feel like it's shrinking. This is definitely a pessimistic view. More and more of the world?
Oh no, detective. It's not.
Oh.
One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate.
Oh, bother.
An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
Where would we go?
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I suggest you do the same.
Yeah.
Off we go. You see the hanged man's mouth open.
Off we go into the wild Pale yonder.
One and all. They say Pale is death, but for the universe.
Oh god.
Why should we just leave, and the world get left behind?
Okay, back to reality, please.
Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, Detective.
She stomps her foot.
Is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
I'm getting a sense of who I am, but no, I didn't know this.
Beyond curious. Tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
This is interesting. It's terrifying, you were right, it's disco, it will end all life, that we continue to persist at all is a testament to our faith in one another. This advance can only be stopped with immediate, total, ruthless communism, a powerful anti-communist force, perhaps too powerful, but still, they have it coming. I'm worried, I have to say, it doesn't sound very liberal to me. I don't know how you've all survived with it, it's a huge accomplishment, or who am I to think anything of it? Honestly, and it's the most boring answer, but it's true, it's terrifying. Her eyes tense, crow's feet radiate from them. She observes you, your bloodshot eyes and swollen face.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
This investigation will be my masterpiece, the one they remember me by, I promise.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent.
He really is.
In the meanwhile...
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
Yeah, probably.
You have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
She gives you a slight bow. That's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Thank you, that's all. Yeah, I'm gonna come back and talk to her about the case once Kim's here, because I think he might have opinions and be like, do tell her this, don't tell her this. So, yeah, let's wait for him. I also don't want to do too much without him anyway. I like having him around. I bet there are some cases where it'd actually be better to not have him around, but I like having him around. I like his input, so I'm gonna wait for him. So I guess go talk to Kuno and give him some cigarettes, and then that'll be cool. And then, wash all this shit off of ourselves, and then bedtime. Assuming he's even still up. Yeah, he is. Don't you get cold? Oh, the drugs, I guess.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He sure did.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
That's weird.
By the way, Kipt is a racial slur.
I'm not even going to bother trying to get them to not use racial slurs, because they obviously don't give a shit. I wish I could have been here to see it. Now I have some questions.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaut.
Figure out what's going on with this kid. Wait, what about the cigarettes? I want to discuss the body.
The fuck about it?
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
That fucking had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
He's a mutant.
Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man.
Any man.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
He draws his temples with his fingers in some strange aggressive gesture. Okay.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care, because he's too small for the armor.
That would explain it. So what do you mean he just threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
He performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
So you threw it in the sea?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
Kuno's a fucking monk.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
Troubadour?
Yeah, cock in boot.
Ah.
You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
What a bastard.
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
You mean Manana?
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
I thought you didn't care about the armor.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Why did Kuno feed you this? And you're just telling me this out of the kindness of your heart, Kuno?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you, loser pig. Kuno's doing pity now.
I'll take it, thanks.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
It certainly is. So you did the contusions, yeah?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
Oh, it's obviously French. He grabs his head like it's suddenly hurting.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
It's a bruise. I'm talking about the bruises.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing? This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
And thank you for allowing me to conduct an investigation upon your kingdom. More later.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
I'm sure.
Get lost.
Uh-huh. There are more questions about the crime scene.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
So Dead Man's clothes are in the trash container. How'd they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
Someone may have tampered with the murder scene, though.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit.
Look, Kuno, if you're gonna talk, I'm gonna listen, okay? You talk as much as you want.
Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing.
Uh-huh.
Your size, good price. 500 real.
I have 24.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Huh. Alright, entertain me. So what's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Pants scientists, performance crotch.
Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrapped pants. They are graphite black, wow, and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
I could do with that.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Tartan ready, but what about his clothes?
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around. Except for that you took away. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
I might be interested in the pants, but I don't have money, so later.
Alright, Pico. Shit's rolling.
Yeah.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
I don't have any money.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
That's fair.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
There's also a mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yes, does this racist mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
He might be.
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene. Clean some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
Absolutely.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Perfect.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Maybe I could.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching.
He lets out a hiss.
Get away from my Kuno.
Christ, even meaner than before.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Bacon shit the ladder. Did you ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So you'd say it's unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
Could be.
Kuno knows the ladder is unclimbable.
Okay.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
So what's in the greenhouse?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Right.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Yeah, I wonder why. So the gardener used to work there.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
His eyes get a little watery. The gardener. She's not actually a gardener.
The fuck does this have to do with the Kuno? Kuno doesn't give a shit who she is.
That's fair. More questions.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Kuno, I found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I phase shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
You don't know.
He can't do that, Kuno! He's trying to fuck at you again!
You don't know.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit.
He says to himself, then turns to you.
How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
What's with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Demo tape, like some kind of musician?
Yeah. Kuno plays on snuff radio, fucks pigs, live, fucks their heads off. Kuno's a cop killer.
Uh-huh. I found a plate with drugs on it. What about drugs?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Yeah, hard pass. What's with the tube of magnesium?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
He looks at you like he just pointed at the sun and asked what it was.
You could use some.
It's magnesium, right?
Yeah, it's the mag.
It's the mag.
You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
You're goddamn right, actually.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno! He's gonna use it against you, Kuno!
I know all about magnesium. I rock it all the time because I take a lot of brain damage.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
He looks at you, eyes bulging.
Fuck you, pig! Don't do mag! You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die!
No, you. I've heard enough of this.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
So what's going on with this kid?
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
I wasn't expecting to pass that at all. I really wasn't. Okay, interesting. So it's Kuno S? How? Interesting, how?
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad.
Right.
She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him.
I see.
All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Okay. Hey, Kuno. Psst. Hey.
Fuck you whispering about?
Your mom.
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you, whispering about!
Uh-huh.
She puts extra stress onto that word, expecting it will make you uncomfortable.
Well, joke's on her. She's overused it.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
He turns back to you and hunkers down.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Right. Kuno, listen to me. She's trying to control you. We gotta get you out of here. That sounds like Kuno can't handle his own shit, right? What's up with her? She's terrifying, crazy, scary. Could work, because you're kind of empathizing with him. Although you might be accusing him of being scared. And the third one, phew, am I glad she's out of her hair. She's fucked up. That would be like... That's like talking about someone behind their back right to him, to their friend. I don't think he'd be into that. We'll try 2. What's up with her? She's terrifying. Crazy scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Oh boy.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
I ain't doing nothing. I'm just standing around.
She understands what you're trying to do.
Uh-huh.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants.
It's true.
Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
He hunches down again, wow.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
Right.
Fuck. She can read lips. You should cup your mouth.
Yeah, probably. So, what do you mean she smoked someone?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
Oh boy.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours.
Oh god.
He's meant everything he said before, but right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
You're serious about this?
Killing is serious shit. Kuno's always serious about the 488.
Is it a 488?
488. The criminal code doesn't go higher than 190.
I guess not.
She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
How many cops has she killed then?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
He feels eyes in the back of his head and stops.
The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
So you think she's got anything to do with the dead guy?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
Where were you?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
I believe it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
A liege, he speaks honestly. So you said she's insane?
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
What's the real deal?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
I don't think I want to know.
And he doesn't even want to think about it. This isn't just another boast.
Right, so what's the language she uses?
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit.
What people?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
Sounds boreal, like something from the tundra and tiger-covered Cutler, Isola. Far, far away from here. As far as possible, really.
Do they have red-haired people there?
You mean evil little red-haired people like her? Yes, they do. The Suruese have that ginger gene.
Could she be Siruese?
Suruese? Like that man from Helmdall shit? She could be. She could be that Helmdall shit.
God damn.
Revelshot does have a small Suruese community. Or she climbed into a yakberry crate and was shipped over accidentally.
You guys related?
Fuck no, she's not me sister. She's just a stray who got in. Like a mad dog or some shit.
A stray?
Yeah, she was just there.
He points to the apartment building behind the fence.
What was that, Kuno?
A little one twists her neck looking at the building.
She was in the hallway. Dripping wet. By the fucking shoe rack. In the dark.
Oh, is she wet?
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner. Every time Kuno went out.
How did she get in?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
What about your parents?
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there. Or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
He points at himself.
Kuno, Kuno-S, two of a kind.
I see. So why is she called Kuno S then?
'Cause she fucking looks like Kuno.
You don't know her name?
No one knows her name. Kuno told you, this shit was Psycho Killer.
Right, so how are you dealing with all of this?
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either.
Okay.
Kuno's got this shit under control.
Okay, kid.
No, it's not okay. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her, you threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
This is strangely intense.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
Boy looks you in the eye. Black pupils trying to focus. Understood. I'm not gonna demean you in any way, buddy. I hear you loud and clear.
All right. Now we can do business.
Business?
Yeah. What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with.
He starts, no longer whispering.
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
That's a smart lad right there.
See, relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit.
All kinds of shit.
Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker.
Big hooker.
See, it's tension and release with Kuno. Now we releasing. The pan buying shit, that's on now too. 90% discount for Kuno's pig. Kuno can flex.
God damn.
Kuno flexes for hobos. Kuno sees you're in need.
He spreads his hands like a baker presenting the goods. A smile spreads across his flushed face. Oh, I could buy the trousers. Savoir-faire and physical instrument. Oh, those are really good trousers. $15 though. I can sell things to the... Fuck it, I'm gonna buy it. Fuck it.
Here, pig. We're full now. Performance buddies.
Kuno unzips his jacket again and pulls the pants out of the plastic wrapping.
Kuno can already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. Pig's in Kuno's debt now. Money debt.
We're in it together, buddy.
Money debt doesn't mean anything. He's just saying words. You're not in his debt.
That's good. So what was that about you running you an errand in illegal narcotics, Kuno?
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on.
Lightning.
Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it.
Okay.
Dirty popo man is you.
Right.
In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
Ah, so who is your dad, Kuno?
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster.
He says proudly.
He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
I mean, I do.
Are you
Or
sure
did.
you can take on the most violent man in Revachol? In your condition?
With my new trousers, yeah, I'm pretty sure, actually. How much material are we talking about?
Like half.
Half of what?
A baggie, but like in this vial.
Right.
That's half a gram, sir.
Half a gram?
Yeah, half a G. Want it or not?
I've made up my mind, Kuno, and this is what's going to happen.
Okay. Kuno's listening.
I'm going in there, but not for the speed. I'm going after the most violent man in Revachol.
Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost out. You wouldn't like the Kuno when he's out.
I'm sure.
Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything.
He aggressively points at his eyes.
Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckheads.
Oh boy.
That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
Alright, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
You so do. New trousers? These... so I would get only benefits and no downsides. Oh, hell yeah. Excellent, excellent. I look fucking stupid, but who cares? I mean, I do have a physical build, as it were, in terms with clothes I can do. Like, the tank top give me extra physical instrument. The raincoat gives me extra endurance. Bomb hat would give me reaction speed, which would help in a fight. The gloves give me half-light, which might help, or interfacing. I can make it happen. I can make it happen. But we're not doing that tonight because it's nearly midnight and I think my character probably needs something of a good night's sleep. We also need to, like, you know, wash off the death smell. So we should probably go do that. What a productive day. Fucking hell. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Ah.
In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
We need encyclopedia or electrochemistry to try and do that stuff, but we might be able to fix the mirror. Got interfacing gloves. I've got chain cutters. There.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Let's give it a go. Fuck.
The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
It wouldn't have been very hard to just do that properly, whatever.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now.
And that will do.
Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
I want to live forever with the corpse smell, memento mori and stuff. No, have a fucking bath. Should have done it yesterday.
The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons.
Undress, close your eyes and submerge.
The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting. Like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies.
Sad, sad duckies.
You feel nice and lonely, and so tired.
Take the beer cans out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub.
Linger a little.
Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools. What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium. Time to get moving.
No time to soak. Imagine something.
You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench.
Oh, I'm sure.
Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature.
I guess we're done here. Out we get.
The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
What, I don't have a... There's a towel right there. God damn. Whatever. We're not a smart guy. We know this much. I've nearly got another level up, actually, so I've got multiple options for things to do. To the point where maybe... Could get that started. Yeah, fuck it. We've got plenty of stuff to do tomorrow anyway, so we'll get plenty of experience points. Internalize. Time to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Time to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
And we're gonna struggle again.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
Of course.
You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
The pain?
Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
I'm sorry, cells, it's me. It's all my fault.
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
I think I need medical attention.
Oh, yes. That'll check you out. Give you some pills. Make it all okay. The Wonder Makers.
Uh-huh.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
Fingers crossed.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Everyone's been super friendly.
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets.
And I stuck my hand in one of them. Well, they'd been dead for a week.
People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
Everyone is the same in the sense that everyone is unique.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
I mean, that's how you fall asleep, or at least that's how I do it.
Let it. Let it.
Let it?
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Another fucking day. At least we didn't have a corpse dream this time. Doing great, Harry. Oh. And we stand up. Feeling great. What the fuck is that?
A mirror hangs on the bathroom.
Can't do anything with that. No idea. Moving on. Up and at 'em, we're good to go. Let's go greet the world. What do we got? Hey, Kim. Oh, those cops. Doubt it, but who knows?
Yes?
Alright, yeah, we still need to figure out why the 41st sent me. I found out what the peril is while you were gone.
Wonderful. What is your takeaway?
I think it's terrifying.
Then I was right to spare you from it, no? Anyway, the pale is no more terrifying than, say, water or death, that we are stuck behind our eyes for all eternity.
He cracks a little smile, and then he looks around, pensive suddenly.
Excuse me, large topics are not my forte. You seem stable enough. Keep it that way. Now, was there anything else, or should we get to it?
I wanted to talk about you delivering the corpse to the people, but I guess we're just not talking about that. Okay, fine. Who the fuck are you?
You look like shit.
Well, yeah.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
Last couple of days have been rough.
Oh, don't be so modest. We're looking at several months worth of damage here. Kind of a miracle you're still up and at it, to be honest.
I'm durable.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
Horse-faced woman, Jesus Christ.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
What do you want? Why are you here?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar, but different face.
Yeah, it's my old partner.
The suit, the sunglasses, the haircut. He's famous. That's how you know his face.
Yeah, that's the logic. Something strange about this guy, figure it out.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
So tell me the truth, even though I, the player, have already figured it out. Do you know me from somewhere?
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Another life.
From another life?
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the...
He pauses.
To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
69. 41st?
Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere.
The man sounds genuinely excited. He gives you a long, meaningful look and adds,
Somewhere good.
let's talk more about that hypothetical Station 41 you mentioned.
Okay.
Oh, the hypothetical 41. Yeah, let's fantasize about that. He blinks aggressively. I'm not busy, you're not busy. Let's just play around. So what would our relationship be in this alternate universe?
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Kim's cooler than you.
I'm sure he's fucking flattered. But Kim is not part of this thought experiment. In this one, we are partners.
The lieutenant is silent.
You seem like a cool guy. I'd love to have you as my partner.
Would you now, or would I be cramping your style? Never mind. Partner.
No, you wouldn't cramp my style at all.
Okay. How about you stop wasting my time and get on with whatever you were doing then?
Do you have a crime to solve?
Oh no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
Thank you.
This isn't helping.
She says, shaking her head and looking at the man with sunglasses disapprovingly. So who else is in our imaginary police station?
You're not going to believe this, but police officers.
The man pauses for dramatic effect.
Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock.
So when are you gonna stop fucking around?
Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lung.
I wish I had a suit. So who is the far-out son of Lung?
Oh, it's you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
You want me to tell more about it? To tell me more about him or her?
Not even a little bit.
Huh.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
Okay.
He's trying to protect you from further rough handling, dished out by this sunglassed man.
Right. Can't imagine it anymore.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
His grey eyes suddenly flash above the glass frames. They feel sad.
It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of compassion in that sadness.
Tim, who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them.
Super. Are you famous or something?
Not as famous as you, superstar.
He says without the slightest hint of irony.
Yeah, it's still irony.
I knew it, Kim. I knew I was a superstar.
I fear you're misinterpreting the situation.
He said that so delicately. Lieutenant lowers his voice.
Talk to me, superstar. What do you want?
Got some questions for you. I'm a cop.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. A sad stack of shit next to someone far more proficient.
Now, will you answer the questions?
No.
Fine.
The man in sunglasses nods.
Alright, see you later.
Watch out for yourself, loser.
Yeah, fuck you.
That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting your badge missing?
Yes, I figured this out ages ago. I recognize it.
Oh, really? I wonder where.
I lost my badge recently, and when I called in to report it missing, you were there.
That's the where you remember me from?
I have a bit of memory trouble.
You don't say. Goodbye then. The voice thing was a coincidence. Run along, asshole.
Great.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
That's super weird.
There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But still.
I should just ask him if the thing that I already know is true.
Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though.
Yeah, probably not true. Sup?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He shakes his head, looking like he really is having trouble believing this shit. Look, are we from the same police station?
I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say?
Okay.
Okay.
What do you expect?
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again.
Okay, bye. What about you, ma'am?
In an RCM patrol officer's uniform, winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
Oh. Hold on, you a cop with the RCM?
Yes, I am.
I'm a cop too.
I know.
Yeah.
Here's the real deal.
I am the real deal.
It's hard to tell whether he's sarcastic or sincere. But if you had to guess, you would say the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Oh, I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Then why the fuck are you guys here? So why do you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
I mean, have I wronged you? I've done that to a lot of people.
No, you haven't wronged me. It's okay.
She shakes her head and breathes out.
Something changes in her. It's pity. Pity comes over her.
Aha, that's familiar.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What the fuck are you guys doing here?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
Are we or are we not from the same police station? Can we put this to bed already?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
I'm asking a question.
Can I actually help you with something?
But...
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
You people, but you know my character has problems, surely. Well, I guess they think I'm just playing it up or whatever. So what precinct are you from?
What precinct?
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
I guess.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
I'm just answer the questions, goddamn. Are you with him?
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Is he famous?
Oh, what? No. No, he's not. What are you talking about? Actually, never mind. Don't tell me about it. It'll just turn into another...
She stops mid-sentence.
Wackathon? Shit show? Pity party?
Probably.
5 machine pylon?
5 machine pylon. You're the police, right? Cool, so am I.
I don't know what to say.
Just say words, goddamn.
Don't say anything, Judith.
So what are you guys doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
You?
Me?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
A policewoman.
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
She says quietly and looks away.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you. The energy between you two is making her uncomfortable.
Okay, goodbye. You guys were not fucking helpful. Hand-eye coordination. Level up. Excellent. Kim, we're gonna look at a bullet. We're gonna look at a bullet, Kim.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Come on, it's a 92% chance, for God's sake. There we go.
Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46mm from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
So it wouldn't necessarily be the mercenaries then, because they probably wouldn't use old shit. Make?
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago.
Right.
Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you, the dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Is anyone still making them?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
So who uses them these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
Logical.
What are you thinking? Bullet?
I think I know where this came from.
Okay. And?
The shot probably came from a Belmagrave rifle.
An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Why not?
Sure, there's some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of breech loaders we inherited from the monarchy have been effective, from what I've seen.
So there won't be that many suspects.
Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement to front-loaded rifles is a policy enforced by the Moralist International in all the nations of the Real Belt.
Makes you consider every shot. I like it.
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier.
Yeah.
But back to the investigation.
Have well-armed Jamrock bangers started crossing over?
Let's find out. Next step, finding the gun itself.
Yeah. The bullet has nothing more to say. We've learned things. It's just a delay before I go and talk to, the Hardy Boys anyway.
Officer! God damn it. Pull yourself together, René. What do you want?
I'll try. Holy
As René
shit.
turns from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly.
I've been getting real good with these rolls today. So how many medals are there?
2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun.
Look at the cross.
A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue-striped triangle. It's the Croix de Bravoure, Cross of Valor. The cross was the highest battlefield decoration in Suzerain's armed forces, awarded for exceptional bravery in the line of duty, in service of King Frizzle I.
So he's a proper soldier then. Now let me just check this. 4 hours and 20 minutes left. Okay. What about the sun?
A small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written below.
Right.
The setting sun was a decoration used to distinguish seasoned combat veterans in service of King Frizzle I during the Revolution.
So the Croix de Bravoure and the setting sun, did you get them for...
For bravery.
Sure, he interjects.
It's a conflicted topic for the old veteran. There must have been a number of controversial episodes in his service days.
For bravery?
For doing my duty in the heat of battle. For looking my mortality in the eye. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shot themselves.
Sounds like a lot of self-justification.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
Saved a princeling?
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Ravachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious.
Uh-huh.
King Frizzle thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest.
The old carabinier runs his fingers over the larger medal.
Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated.
God.
Shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity?
And the the target painted on his head?
You can. It's very asinine.
Very asinine.
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
It's not even close to camo.
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Couronne. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion.
Fantastic.
The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say,
It was carnage.
Must have been a bloodbath.
I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw.
That's significant.
Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee.
Ooh, he pats his right thigh.
Hang on to the story. Veterans get sentimental after such retellings. This might yield something useful.
Shattered knee. Okay, then what did you do?
I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
The bane of horses.
The bane of horses.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Jolas Tresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me.
Damn.
The Dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one.
That's no Dink, that's a fighter.
So I grabbed the Dink and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up.
Nice.
Through some miracle, we both survived. And the joyless freak convinced Frissel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit.
Reasonable.
He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun for distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
Right.
You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine, in his billowing breasts, and untarnished self-worth.
Well, it sounds like you're being modest, Rene.
The old carabinier stands quietly like a statue, his features motionless.
What Monseigneur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him and Drizant. 2 days later that was.
Crawling for 7 kilometers. God damn.
And that even while crawling with a mangled half-dead prince on his back, he still managed to murder 3 rebels on his way.
And he got kills.
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there.
Hold on, you're just a little bit proud of Rene's heroics, aren't you?
Sorry, officer, but you're reading me all wrong. I'm a man of peace, and these kinds of bloody heroics are only impressive to men like Rene himself. Certainly not to me.
Uh-huh.
How did you find the story to be, officer?
I mean, I feel like it would hurt him deeply if I didn't express some kind of positive feeling, so yeah, it's very impressive.
Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer. They don't hand this out for anyone with a service record.
He points to the sun-shaped medal on Rene's chest.
Oh no, you have to get shot. Repeatedly. And you need to get your hands bloody too. Really, really bloody.
Uh-huh.
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Poltroon. Duty is something you will never understand.
He slams the heel of his boot into the ground. Thanks for the story, Rene.
Bah, there were many such stories in those days. Many such men too. True Eversholians. Men with backbone.
Uh-huh.
Oh yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please bring those days back, if you can.
Uh-huh.
I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer, was there anything else?
He mumbles through clenched teeth and turns to you.
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
Now impress him with your heroics. Can I even? I'm already wearing the drama. There's no chance. There's no fucking way. I would have to put points into drama if I wanted to make that happen, and I've got more important things to focus on right now. Maybe another time, Rene. This was not what I came over here for, I gotta be honest. So what else did I want to do? We'll go talk to the Hardy Boys first. The fact that I have the bullet might mean something. So I might be able to be like, you know what? You guys didn't even kill him. What about you?
I've got nothing to say to you.
Okay, you're useless. Cool. Actually, hang on. Before I go in there, get rid of that. Whatever gets rid of authority. Okay, sir, let's have a talk. Let's have a quick chat.
It's you again. What is it?
I got more words to say and things to say and to generally make an idiot out of myself. Establish authority. That's higher. That is higher than it used to be. It's a white check. Well, let's talk first. I just found a bullet in the hanged man's head.
A bullet, you say? That's mighty curious.
It sure is.
Indeed. Mighty. How did it get there?
Lieutenant is fixed on Titus.
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads.
He gives you an indulgent look.
I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's logical.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
I don't think this will go down well, but... maybe?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Yeah.
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
Uh-huh. Well, I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
That's quite a theory.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Good, good. So did you shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Ah, so you're trying to act like it was post-mortem.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
That was some quick thinking there, Glenn. I gotta give it to you.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
They're not gonna answer that.
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
That's a weak response. How did you ever pass law school?
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
He crosses his hairy arms, having forgotten his beer for a moment.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
Ah, so the bullet did help. There's no way. I've been rolling so hot today. There's no way this is gonna work.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
Where have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
Sounds about right.
You seen Apricot, old Purdue's daughter? Asks Lieutenant McCoy. Uh-huh, replies Torson. The ass on that one. McCoy shakes his head in appreciation. A bit strange the old man named her Apricot, but, I mean, who am I to judge? Wanna hit the kebab joint?
Apricot, huh? That's a strangely specific name, considering the apricot-scented one. I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here.
Huh?
You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with beer now?
Oh yeah, that's the problem.
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Nah, I'm also a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
So what has changed exactly?
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
Oh, man.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
He picks the beer back up, and that is admirable.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
Just don't antagonize him. It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
He looks at her.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him.
Yeah.
He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
Fucking nailed it.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her. But you treat her with respect.
Even if I was inclined to play stupid fuck aroundies on this series, and to be honest, I've actually been, despite the occasional jokey thing here and there, I've been taking the investigation pretty seriously. This is subject matter in which I would not throw a joke within a mile radius of it. That is not me. That is not my style. Even if I was playing this in my own time and not recording it, this is not comedy. This is not comedy. There is no comedy here. Absolutely. 100%. Whether or not I'm recording this doesn't make a fucking difference. I will play that when that dialogue does eventually occur. I will play it 100% straight.
If you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
Understandable.
What is her name?
Lieutenant takes out his notes.
Glacia, I'm on due.
Oh.
She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amonju, with an O-U.
The lady we first spoke to. I guess I can't be too surprised.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs?
Yeah.
That can't be her. Remember what you said to her? You told her you want to have...
It was a funny joke at the time. Oh. At least, but we did play it off as a joke and she found it funny. But that is rough. Oh.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Oh no. Said you don't remember being a cop, said you don't remember reality, said I want to have fuck with you, said you're a superstar cop. Miss Oranje disco dancer?
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
Classe Amandu. Cool. Keep you cool.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
Yeah, I bet.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
There's nothing cool.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Thank you, Kim.
It sounds like you're having a heart attack. Whatever you said, it couldn't have been that bad. Please relax.
Yeah.
Whatever you do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
Yeah, it would.
Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
Yeah, I'm trying. What was her relationship with the mercenary? No. Thank you, we'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
He points his beer can at you, that's fair. So can I talk about this like not an idiot?
Seriously, man. Fine. Fire away.
No, that's enough about it.
Whatever.
I'm going now. Goodbye. Okay, well, okay, good. Alright, I've made a lot of progress. Hey, Kim.
Officer, what was that?
You mean the sweating and the fidgeting when you mentioned her name?
Yes.
And the sort of quivering jello thing with the eye? Point to your twitching eye.
Yes.
I think I know that woman.
The victim? Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Yes.
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
Yes, don't say that. I met her in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
That's true. She knows I didn't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
I tried to hit on her.
Understood.
She said I'm going to have to interrogate her later and it's going to suck for me.
It is. This would have been good to know before.
It didn't come up.
It should have. Anything else?
Nothing. Let's move on.
We'll be alright, officer. This is nothing.
Okay, good.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be alright.
Everything's fine.
Is it though? Nothing? You're still in for a bumpy ride here. Try not to mess it up.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough, but it'll be okay. She had a good sense of humor about it, and she knows we're a goddamn mess. So, it'll probably be fine. If we act weird about it, then it will be weird. But if we play it calm, and if she's like, "Oh, you said the dumb thing," and we're like, "I did say the dumb thing, and I apologize because I'm stupid," then the situation is fine. You stand upright and be like, "Yo, I was stupid. I was stupid," and it doesn't just make everything okay, but it's the best way to handle it. Just be upfront and be like, "Yo, I was dumb." And she'll be like, "Yeah, you were." And then that's it. That's it. That's all there is. That's gonna be a very awkward scene. I shouldn't have gone for the stupid joke. God damn it.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I've talked to Everett.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
She smiles carefully.
Finally, time to choose sides.
I don't want to choose sides. So I didn't. He's a beautiful man, beautiful and just. Everett Clark is a hero of the workers' movement. He's the champion I've sworn fealty to. He's a bloated rainbow socialist. I can do business with him. For a socialist, he's reasonable. If he's not the champion I've chosen, I wish to swear fealty to you in the cause of capital. It's not important if I liked him, I was doing my job. Yeah, that's probably.
Of course, Detective. Excuse me for implying otherwise.
I'm being very cagey about this.
The RCM does not pick sides in this. I hope it doesn't come off any other way.
I might pick a side.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something...
Discussing?
How could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Whilst taking notes.
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
He's helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him.
Uh-huh.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling. He's able to contain the anger and surprise.
Good.
When I said be wacky, I didn't mean wildly, grossly irresponsible and damaging to the RCM.
You said wacky and you didn't specify.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
I'm very good at it.
Incredible. Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
He says it's almost ready to be found soon.
Did he now? Well, then it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you. Anyway, was there anything else you've heard?
The thing I actually wanted to discuss with you was in regards to the other candidate who apparently left a casserole in the oven and didn't attend the election. That was kind of the important thing I wanted to talk about, but that's not available. No.
Of course, Detective. Until then, is
Okay, bye. Well, Kim did not like that. Okay, well, Kim did not like that. Yeah, well, Kim did not like that. Okay. Oh, we should run the number. I'm going to do this now because I know I'll forget if I leave it for the next episode. But we ran the serial number on that armor and we should go check in on that. And then tonight we have to speak to that guy in the apartment, the smooth fellow. Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Betancourt, sur la Clé in 42.
Cool.
It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict.
That all lines up.
So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
I'm guessing one of its names is Crenell.
Yes, that is the most recent name the ICP has been able to connect to the CVP. And the one before it was Downwell. I also have one called Sediment, but I think that might be a different contractor.
Very not shady.
No, they work with sediments. And somatosensor, it seems. All that during the last 9 years.
Very above board.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
That would be very helpful.
This is a fun challenge for her. An opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Hell yeah. Yes, please do try. It's imperative that we learn whose armor this was.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
Marvelous.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see...
She's so much more helpful than my colleagues. Goddamn. Alright, well that's all I've got time for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. We made some ridiculously good rolls today, and like, I did not even begin to imagine that there was anything more to the corpse other than the fact that it was hanged. So, yeah, that was quite a discovery. And figuring out what's going on with Kuno and Kuno S, that was quite a discovery. And the Pale, which is like unreality and brain distortion crap in most of the world, that was quite a discovery. And fuck, I think there is other shit, but I can't even remember right now. There's been so much today in terms of discoveries. Rene's knee was shattered by a horse and he killed 3 people and crawled 7 miles or kilometers. That was a discovery. And Titus gave us the identity of the assault victim. That was quite a discovery. And we realized we said something stupid to her. That was a discovery. A lot's happened. A lot will happen next time, I think. I have to say for this game, right? Like, a lot of the time it feels like I'm just wandering around and not doing anything. But a lot actually happens. Like, a shit ton actually happens every time I play this game. And it's fascinating. A shit ton more will happen next time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to Teacup of Doom, Beep, Adash Sanjeev, Alkir, Honeydew Corporation, Sweet Baby Red, MB Alias, Lord Skullington, Jessicity, Plutonium Pie, Dreamer Ghost, Leper Lullaby, K-Bub, Magic Owl, The Frostbite, Monsoon, Sir World, Jumping with Joy, Warmaster Oku, SCP-106A, Namad, and Kenny800 for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. So we're still too poor to actually afford a room. But I have stuff I can sell. Yeah, I got stuff I can sell. I might want to hold on to that rifle though. It's very relevant now. We'll figure stuff out. Or maybe I could sell clothing. I don't know. Figure stuff out, I guess. Whatever happens next time, and I guess we'll talk to the victim. That is a thing we need to do. There is other stuff. I can't remember now because I'm exhausted, but there are plenty of things to do, and I think I'll start getting into the habit of actually checking my log every time I start a video so I can see what I need to do. And go from there. But whatever happens next time, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I see you there. Doodles. Goodbye.